Kathleen says, how do you get beyond the breakup pain? So, one of the fastest ways that you can get over a breakup pain is to disconnect, right? Disconnect from him. So, you want to break things off with your emotional connection to him as fast as possible. One of the things I've talked about before is this idea that depending on what you're thinking about after the breakup depends on how long it takes you to get over the guy. So if you come out of a breakup and you sit around and you're like, "Oh, these amazing memories that we had together. Oh, remember that pizza that we ate and all these things and the dancing we did and all that kind of stuff." And that's what you're doing. It's going to take you forever to get over this man, right? Because you're like hitting those dopamine spikes in your brain of remembering those times and those nostalgia hits and all that kind of stuff. You want to stop doing that kind of stuff. And instead, you want to think of all the bad things, right? Think of all the reasons that you broke up. Think of all the pain, the things that weren't right, all the reasons he's not good for you, and just stack that, right? Stack them one at a time, at a time, at a time. And if you do that over and over and over again in your mind and you really feel them, right? You think about why you broke up, one of the reasons he's not good. Oh, he, farts in his sleep. Right. And then you like think about that for a while and then you're like, oh, another reason. What's another reason? He threw his socks on the floor right next to the hamper instead of in the hamper. Right. And you just feel those things over and over again. We call that emotional stacking. Right. And the more that you can emotionally stack negative associations to him, the faster it is that you'll get over him. Faster it is that you'll get over him. The second thing that you want to do, Kathleen, is you want to start building an identity outside of him. So researchers have done a bunch of research on breakups and stuff. And what they found is that it actually feels a lot like withdrawing from a drug. And the reason that it feels like that is because it's like you mold your lives together and you start identifying as somebody that's together, like you're both together. You have a shared identity. Well, you want to break that shared identity and create your own separate identity, which is based on your own stuff, and then start living into and becoming more of that separate identity of this person who you are, doing things that are just yours, getting involved in hobbies that are yours, doing things involving, everything is your stuff, right? It's about you. It's solidifying this identity of Kathleen, this separate human being that, isn't with this dude, right? And so the more that you can do that, the better and the faster that you will get over him. Does that make sense, Kathleen? Let me know if it makes sense.